A judge's ruling today means a hearing for Kevin Strickland will include new evidence and new testimony. Strickland has served more than 40 years in prison for a triple murder that prosecutors now say he didn't commit. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers is live at the Jackson County Courthouse to explain what happens now. Nathan?
Brad, Strickland's advocates and, like you said, even the Jackson County prosecutor believe that Strickland should never have gone to prison. But the Attorney General's office in Missouri has been fighting their efforts to overturn his conviction. So today, they were trying to limit some of the evidence that the prosecutor and Strickland's team could use in trial. In a pretrial hearing, a team from the Attorney General's office filed motions to block certain testimony from witnesses they called unreliable. One of the witnesses had previously lied about crimes he had committed, including sodomy with a minor.
It's become increasingly clear that the prosecuting attorney intends to rely heavily on inadmissible hearsay evidence to prove their case.
But the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office, which has advocated for Strickland alongside the Midwest Innocence Project, said Judge James Welsh should get to hear evidence that had been previously omitted, evidence they believe could prove Strickland's innocence.
We're not going to limit your authority to be fully informed before you make this decision.
Welsh agreed, overruling the AG's motions.
The court ruled in a way that we think is correct on all of the motions, and will expand probably the scope of the hearing. So in a way that we think is favorable.
Robert Hoffman is Strickland's attorney. His advocates say that Strickland had an alibi verified by numerous people. No physical evidence connects him to the crime, and two admitted gunmen cleared Strickland in sworn confession.
Of course, Mr. Strickland's hoping to have his day in court and be heard and have his innocence adjudicated.
And that evidentiary hearing will happen Monday at 10 a.m. and the court then will review some of the physical evidence and some of the testimony from that trial more than 40 years ago. Reporting live, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News.
Thanks, Nathan. And if Strickland is able to win his freedom in court, his attorneys are trying to prepare him for what could be next.
But I don't think anyone can ever fully be prepared for what it is. Because it's also, imagine you're coming out with no resources, but you're also coming out to a world that's completely different than when you went in.
Missouri has compensation for wrongfully convicted prisoners, but critics point out it's tough to qualify for those funds. Kevin Strickland highlights that reality, and our investigative team has a full report tonight at 10 delving into the GoFundMe for Kevin Strickland.